Welcome to another episode of this FPS tutorial series. In this episode we'll look at how to make this health. So here I'm dead because they've shot me enough and I've lost all my health. So let's get started. So what we'll start off by doing is going to scripts and right clicking and creating a new C# script which we're gonna call player health. Now open that up. In here we'll delete the start and update function and we'll do public int called health, which will be 100 in the beginning. Then I'll add an onCollision enter where we will check if collision.gameObject.tag is equal to damage. So basically if we've collided with the tag damage. Well, then we want to decrease health, so let's create a function for that. So we'll do private void decrease health, which will have an input of an int called decrease amount. In here I'll then do health minus equals decrease amount, and we can now call this up here. So we'll do decrease health and let's do 10. So you lose 10 health every time you've been hit by a bullet. Then we also want to check if we're dead, so we'll do that by creating a new function called private void die, and in here we'll do if health is less than or equal to 0. Well, then we want to call the die function. And for now, when we die, we just set time.timescale to 0. So we basically pause the game. So let's now head back into Unity. And in here, we'll click on the player and scroll down. And we will now add the player health script onto here. And let's hit play. And now when we're shot, if we scroll down over here, you can see the health is going down every time we're shot. And now we're at 0. And now we can't move because the game is paused. Let's add some effects so the screen flashes red when we're hit, and there will also be a screen shake. So let's start off with the screen shake. So we'll do that by going to player look. In here at the top we will add a public static player look called instance, and then in an awake function we'll set instance to be equal to this, so this class. Then we'll also add a private float called shake duration, which I'll set to 0 for now, and a private float called shake magnitude, which I'll set to 0.1, and a private float called shake fade speed, which I'll set to 1.5f, and a private vector free called initial cam pos, so the initial cam position. Now in our start function we will set the initial cam pos to be equal to cam.local position. Now I'll scroll down and I'll add a function called void handle shake, where I will do if shake duration is above 0. Well, then we want to do cam.local position equals initial cam position plus random.inside unit sphere times shake magnitude, and shake duration minus equals time.delta time times the shake fade speed. Then we'll also have an else statement where we will do cam.local position equals initial cam position. Now lastly we need a function to actually start the screen shake. So we will do public void add shake, where we will input a float duration, comma, a float magnitude. And then we'll just set shake duration to be equal to the duration and shake magnitude to be equal to the magnitude. Now we can head into the player health, for example, where we can do player look.instance.add shake, where we'll do 0.1f, comma 0.25. So now when we lose health, there will be a screen shake for 0.1 second and the magnitude will be 0.25. And before we go back into Unity, just go back into the player look, and we need to actually handle this somewhere. So handle shake we need to put in here, so we actually started. Now head back into Unity and let's test it out by hitting play. And as you can see, every time we're shot, the screen shakes. And when we die it keeps shaking because the time is set to 0, so it just keeps shaking. Let's also add like a flashing red. So we'll do that with UI. So we'll right click over here and go to UI and choose a canvas. Now double click on this canvas and choose 2D up here. So we go to the 2D view. Then I'll right click, go to UI and choose an image, which I'll call hit UI. I'll click right here on the anchors, hold shift and click here, and set all of these to 0. This stretches it out to fill the entire canvas, and I'll set the color to a red, and the alpha will be 50, so you can see through it. Then I'll also add a destroy after time on this, and I'll set this to 0.1. Now let's go to assets, prefabs, and drag the hit UI onto here, and let's delete it from here. Now go to assets, scripts, and let's create a script called UI Manager. So right click, go to create, monobehavior script, and call it UI Manager. Open that up. In here we'll delete the start and update function, and we'll just do public static UI Manager instance, where we do an awake and set instance to this, just like we did in the player look. And then we'll add a public void called instantiate hit UI, where we'll do instantiate hit UI. So we need a public game object called hit UI. So this will be the prefab we just created. So we will instantiate that, so basically spawn it, and we'll spawn it inside of the transform of the canvas. That's why we write transform right here. Now head back into Unity and let's click on the canvas and then click on add component and add the UI manager. Then we need the game object right here, so click right there, go to assets and choose hit UI. So now we have the hit UI right there. Now open up the player health script where we'll spawn the hit UI. So we will do UI manager.instance.instantiate hit UI, like so. Now back in Unity we'll hit play and let's see it all in action. Yep, we flash red when we're shot. Perfect. I really hope you liked this episode. In the next episode we'll look at how to make the game actually look good. So we will bake lighting and make like a level you can go through with a bunch of enemies. Also, I encourage you to check out my paid community in the link in the description. You've probably heard me say this many times before, but if you haven't checked it out, just check it out and try it. It's literally risk-free. But yeah, have an amazing day.